finally out on an adventure. So my goal for today is to go to a spot I've never been to before. Now I actually tried to go to it not all that long ago, maybe a few weeks ago now, and I had to turn back. There's a bit of a drop off that you have to go down. It's not terrible, but at the time I had a big heavy pack on my camera gear, so I decided that it was a little too sketchy to try to do with all my gear. And Tim Watson's latest video, he was going to go out there as well with a few other people, and they also turned around because it was wet and decided it wasn't worth trying. So it's supposed to be fairly challenging to get to. It's been highly recommended to me. It's supposed to be a good view. It's not very well known, so all these things put together, it's supposed to be pretty secluded. And it's for those reasons that I will not be disclosing exactly how to get here. I'll leave that up to your own research. But yeah, hopefully we'll be more successful getting there. I got a nice late pack on today, so let's see how this goes. By the way, I think I forgot to mention it, but the place that we're going to is called Jailhouse Rock. I think I left that part out. This might give away kind of where this is if you don't know, if you're a little more familiar with this area. That's another unofficial spot right there. And it is Star Gap Arch. So there's no official trail to it. It is an unofficial trail. And depending on how much time I have, we might hit that up today. I would like to. I'd like to take that up, and maybe Arch of Triumph, which is another unofficial one, on the way back to the car. I have to see how much time I have. I'm just doing one of those things I tend to do where I just kind of head out after work, and I got to be at work tomorrow. So, but yeah, that's a pretty cool view actually. So here's the first little drop off. I'm not going to make a big deal out of showing this one to really give you the scale because it's not that big of a deal. There's a much worse one down here. Okay, so now we are at the drop off I was talking about, and I suspect this is the same one Tim turned around at. I wouldn't think they would have turned around at that one back there because that one wasn't a big deal at all. It's just basically going down a little bit of a rock. This one is a little more sketchy. I mean, it's nothing terrible. It's just if it was wet and or if you had a lot of weight in a big heavy pack, don't know how good of an idea it would be. So this is where I turned around last time. So what we got to do is go down there. So this is what you come down. Say what you want, but I think that's pretty darn steep. We did survive though. So now I'm in uncharted territory. I haven't gone past this point before, so yeah, it's pretty exciting. Let's go find Jailhouse Rock. So one of the things that's really cool about this view for me is the fact that I'm not at all familiar with it. It's all stuff that I've been to and am intimately familiar with. And I'm even familiar with the view of this rock that I'm standing on right now from other places, but I'm not familiar with this view of all of it. So it all looks so different from here. So it actually took me a minute to get fully oriented, but I think I got the lay of the land now. So of course down here we've got the wonderful Red River. That's what's responsible for this beautiful place. We've got Courthouse Rock, which means Double Arch is right about there. Way back there, that's Oxier Ridge, which means that this must be the ridge that the Double Arch Trail runs on, that gravel road that's closed to everybody but the Forest Service. That must run across that ridge. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This is a really cool view. And the fact that it's so secluded makes it even cooler. Problem is, I'm totally gonna have to come out here for camera and camp out here for some... Okay, so we're facing east, so probably for some sunrise shots. Possibly sunsets though. Sometimes this can be good even when you're not looking directly into it. But yeah, this I'm gonna have to come back here. I was afraid that would happen at first because of that steep drop off. That's why I turned around before. The weight of all my camera gear. I don't think a lot of you realize how heavy all that stuff gets. I mean, the DSLR and lens with the battery alone is something like 6 pounds just by itself. So, plus you got like another 5 pounds for the tripod. So right there alone, that's heavier than some people's backpacking gear. And then on top of that, I got all backpacking gear, the big heavy backpack to carry it, and all the gear that goes with photography, which just depends on what I decide to bring. It gets heavy. But anyway, I'm rambling. I think I can do it with that gear. If I'm careful, if nothing else, bring a rope. So I can either hold on to the rope or maybe even rig something up to help pass down my bag full of gear. But yeah, after you get past that, it's not bad at all. Alright, so that's Jailhouse Rock. Highly recommend it if you have the skill and... Alright, that was the biggest hand I've ever seen, sorry. Highly recommend it if you have the skill and experience to get out here. It's not too terribly bad. But it is a little bit treacherous and, you know, off trail and all that good stuff. But yeah, as much as I would love to stay here all night, and I would, I'm gonna head back. I think there's supposed to be a couple more little viewpoints up here. I'll check those out, I'll show them to you if they're any good. And then maybe we will check out a couple of unofficial arches before we head back to the car. I came out here and basically ended up bushwhacking all the way to the end of the ridge here. There was a little bit of a view down there, and what would have made for a fairly okay, like, one-man campsite. But, yeah, compared to Jailhouse Rock, it's not all that great. I don't think I need to venture this out this way again. No reason to go past Jailhouse Rock, I don't personally feel. Alright, so I'm almost back to the official trail again. So what we're going to do, doing pretty okay on time, so I think we'll go ahead and hit up Star Gap Arch. Reassess the time. If we have time, I might do another unofficial arch near there. And we might do Arch of Triumph, again, depending on time. I can't be out real late. I gotta be back on the road at a reasonable time. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan. So I'm gonna keep heading back towards the official trail. We'll only be on it for a very short period of time, and then we're gonna jump back off trail to go to Star Gap Arch. There's not really a whole lot to see, but I'm on top of Star Gap Arch, which we were looking at from over that way earlier in the video. There's not really much of a view over there. We were out on that ridge. You can't really see it because of the trees. But yeah, it's cool. I remember it being a little bit more of a view, but I think I came out here when there were less leaves on the tree, so there would have been more of a view. And I think somewhere you can go down to the bottom of Star Gap Arch. I'm not positive where you do that from, and it seems like I remember reading that it's like super dangerous. So we'll skip that for today. But we're doing good on time, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit and continue even further down this ridge and try to find the not a tunnel arches. I've never found them before, never even looked for them before, so yeah, let's go see if we have any luck with those. Look at what I just came across. This place is a mess. Look at that. Those syringes sure look like it. Somebody was dumping their trash out here. That's terrible. Some of it looks pretty old, but some of it, like the syringes, looks pretty new. That's just terrible. And it's right off this unofficial trail too. Ugh, I hate coming across stuff like that. So I came across what appeared to be a homeless camp, which was kind of surprising. I didn't get too close to it. I couldn't tell if it was still occupied or not. And since there's a dump right nearby with syringes that clearly point to possible drug use and such, I figured, we'll give it a wide berth, just to be safe. I mean, I do carry a firearm hiking, but why put yourself in that situation if you don't have to, you know? Best to just be safe. Anyway, I'm continuing on past that point, hopefully to find the Nada arches, and hopefully to not find anything else questionable back here. I may also stop in the visitor center and report that. You know, on one hand, if it is somebody that's homeless, I feel bad for them in that sense. However, one, it is federal land, so it is illegal to be doing that. But also, if that's them trashing the place up and leaving syringes and such laying around, well, then I no longer feel too bad for them, you know what I mean? Okay, so as far as I can tell, the Not Tunnel arches should be right in this area, pretty much exactly where I'm standing. So it is my assumption that I am currently standing on top of them. If anyone is familiar with them and knows for sure, let me know. Did I just miss the mark here, or am I on top of them, or what? I can't really see anywhere to get a viewpoint to confirm my suspicions. But regardless, the view off this ridge is pretty awesome. It was definitely worth coming out here just for the views. It's pretty cool. So you can see it's clouding up a lot more. It's supposed to start raining probably within the next few hours, I would say. I'm gonna start heading back. We'll have to see if I do Arch of Triumph. We'll just see what time it is when I get back on the main trail there and see if we survive the infamous drug camp. I'm sure we'll be fine. But anyway, we'll head back and see how we're doing on time. We'll either go to Arch of Triumph, then to the car, or just head straight to the car. You'll have to wait and find out. Alright, so I just passed by that camp again. Grabbed a couple pictures. I think I am going to swing by the visitor center and give them a heads up about that. Because I took a closer look and those definitely are syringes. And that's dangerous, so yeah, I'm going to definitely report that. Also, I think I'm going to skip the Arch of Triumph and just head back to the car, partially due to time constraints, especially since now I'm going to go report that little finding of ours. I wasn't expecting that today, but yeah, I think we'll go ahead and axe the Arch of Triumph for the day. So I think what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and end the video here. I don't anticipate anything else interesting coming up. So with that, I will thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.